Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of car news, fanking, conspiracies, latest things happening on the place.
Window shopping,
and
my towns, your towns, eat bags and mail bags.
Thank you for joining us. We enjoy hanging out with you every week. I said thank you for joining us.
But did you say fanking?
No, I said thank you for joining
fanking,
us.
Because fanking is a delightful art of, we'll tell you later.
By the way, we've got the Unicorn Circuit t-shirts.
By popular request, actually, not fake influencer popular request, like people emailed us so often saying, we saw there was a unicorn shirt at Bathurst.
There was a special edition a few years ago.
Special edition, and I want it. And we're like, oh, okay, and we ignored it for like 2 years, and we're okay, fine, we'll do it.
So I'm hoping we can sell at least 38 of them to help fund the show. We also, as a special, we decided to do something that we've never done before, and that is we're going to sign Mighty Car Mod's hats.
For a limited time.
For 3 days only from basically when you see this video. So you don't have to do anything special, but if you order one of these hats, we are going to autograph it. I'm a left-hander.
Same.
Martin is also a left-hander.
And this one, just this one, we'll get a special message.
So one of you is going to get that one. Everyone else will get another one that we will give as much time, care and attention to. There is a thing dropping down, or there's a link down below. It directly goes to help supporting the show.
Should I draw a mnemonic?
Oh, what's that?
Should I draw an icon, an image, just so this person knows this legit? What should it be?
Like a chopped fingers. Anyway, we will send it to you anywhere in the world. These don't come from like a dropship company somewhere else.
No.
Come on, man.
No, it's not. It's top fingers.
Come on, dude.
It's not very good at drawing hands.
The bottom fingers look a bit ball-like.
There we go, top fingers.
We pack and send these ourselves from here.
Special message, chop fingers. Definitely not
from Sydney, Australia. And so we will get your order. We will sign it up. We'll send it to you anywhere in the world. We also have the t-shirts. Martin, that's enough of that. We've got a massive show today. And
should you say it or should I say
it? You say it, Martin.
It's going to be about the same size as always, potentially smaller. And sometimes bigger, but usually smaller than you think.
Yeah. All right, people, let's run the news. Every week on the news, we like going through the latest news of what is happening around the world.
And then like other
around the
people
world this week, some interesting things have been happening.
Does that work for you?
In the area
it does
of
nothing.
warranties is the news. In other news, before we get back to that, thank you very much to everybody that sent in applications for a job, because we did mention last week that we had a full-time job going for a junior production assistant / editor. We had, I think, over 100... Over 100 applications, Martin. Be respectful.
I am being respectful.
Over 100 applications from all over the world.
Wait.
Thank you very much.
The guy who's like known for talking over me told me to be respectful.
And thank you very much to the people that sent us videos from far and wide.
Less beeps.
We do have lots of applications. Don't send in
anymore.
I
know I'm in
now.
Reverse. I put it in reverse. Like, I know. I don't need to be told by the bing bong. How do you feel like robots telling you what to do?
We have read through your letters. And we saw your videos. Thank you very much to everybody for the effort that you put in. And stay tuned because we will go through them all in some more detail. And then if we don't contact you, it doesn't mean that we didn't get it or whatever. It just means there was a lot to go through, and we will go from here.
Correct.
Martin, let's start the actual news now that you've finished very rudely speaking over me.
Oh, very rudely speaking over me. Is that what I did?
We were having an interesting discussion just before we started this. We were arguing in a polite way without speaking over each other. Because let's do this, Martin. If you hold the cup of immunity, you get to speak. And otherwise, you don't get to speak. That's almost a word. We were having a conversation of right now, if you had to get a brand new car and you were offered either a Golf or a Corolla, which one would you take?
Golf. Well, I was going to get to why that is, but I can go to that section. Are we in the news? Because I can go to my section of the news as to why that is. Can I hold this and do that little bit of the news? Oh, no, you're going to interrupt me. Here you go.
Yes.
Thank you. So, Toyota...
I've had enough of this game.
Toyota are like frothing because they've had breaking the sales record in Australia. And there's a photo of all their cars.
Is it because the cars are good, Martin?
They sold 241,296 vehicles in Australia, breaking the record that it set in 2008. So 2024 was a year of an absolute ton of new car sales. Now, we've been talking a lot in the Unicon circuit about what those cars are and how a lot of them are really boring. Surprise, surprise, Toyota also had their biggest year. But I will say, in that photo, albeit at the back, there's a Supra, there's an 86, there's a Corolla and a Yaris. So there's 4 cool cars. Then there's cars that some people think cool, like Land Cruisers and Prados and sort of that sort of stuff.
Turbo Corolla's sort of
But
cool.
then right at the front, because I think this is in order of like how much they sold, right at the front, picture we'll show you because it's from Toyota, is a Hilux.
Yeah.
Cool. A Corolla.
And RAV4.
And a RAV4.
Because that is the trident of, if you want a reliable, sort of boring car, that is what you get.
And the hybrid RAV4s are the ones that have really gone nuts. So they have like outsold everything.
Are they plug-in?
Just interesting. I think they might be FEVs, yeah. And the other thing is they seem to like hit that spot that what everyone thinks they want.
Yeah.
I want it slightly jacked up so I can go on a dirt road once every 10 years. And I want a little bit more interior space because I like to go to Bunnings on the weekend and I like to be up high when I drive, but I still want sportiness. So then they put sporty wheels on it and plastic guards. And everyone goes and buys it. I'm not really excited by any of that. I had a Yaris and it was pretty cool. I won't buy a Supra because the front and the back just look too weird. And the 86 is a BRZ and that's cool. And what would you have?
Why were we talking about this? Because there's the Golf 8.5 is coming out in 2025. The Golf GTI 8.5, strap yourselves in, Martin. An extra 15 kilowatts, 19-inch wheels instead of 18-inch.
So they made it worse. The reason we got to this conversation was actually because we were talking about whether you'd have a Corolla or a Golf, and I said I'd have an older Corolla but a newer Golf because I don't really want a Mark 4, Mark 5, Mark 6. I mean, we've been there, done that. But
I'm the opposite. I would have a new Corolla but an old Golf. Talking like a Mark 5 6-cylinder Golf.
Yeah.
And that's why Martin and I are different human beings.
We are, but just failing to get excited about it. Let's move on to something that's a little bit more excited. How about 800 kilowatts? Does that sound good? 800 kilowatts sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes.
What if
it
was in this, the Yangwang U8 Ultra Luxury Large SUV?
That looks like it would be at home in the UAE.
It's about $250,000.
Whoa.
And they're doing a road show at dealerships.
Martin,
So
I know
lots
we
and
were
lots
just
of
talking
dealerships
about,
coming up. This is Biedi, not BYD.
we were just talking about,
Biedi.
is that how you say it?
Biedi.
Oh.
Apparently.
I know we're just saying that Toyota's selling heaps of cars and all that kind of
Not
stuff.
Yangwangs.
But is Japan in trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Because China is coming in hard. Aren't they?
Massively.
With
Look at
all
these
their
numbers.
cars.
I've got some numbers here for you. This is Biedi's NEV monthly
Martin, is that
sales.
actually how you say it?
Biedi.
Not BYD.
You say however you want.
No, how do they say it?
I think they say Biedi.
Okay.
I've heard people who I think know because they are both from the same country the car's from and also into cars. And I don't know, I don't know. I've heard it said it's Biedi. Maybe it's BYD. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to say it's Biedi because it sounds like Beardy.
All right.
Which would be you. Anyway, this is NEVs. So NEVs is like a FEV and an EV and a BEV, but Biedi and BYD call them NEVs. You know why they're called NEVs?
No.
Not because they're Nevils. It's not short for anything. NEV means new energy vehicles. Look at the shape of this graph.
Wow.
This is from January 2020. I know, wow,
Why
you
did it
sound
start
excited.
pinging 6 months ago and lost heaps of power down there?
There's places where it's dropped off. I don't know, supply issues, who knows. It's dropped off again now, which is actually where this graph came from. You can see where it's from. But that's just out of the reports directly from the company. But you can see it's still growing. Like, even though there's little dips like that, it does look like a crypto graph and it's just doing that. So going absolutely nuts. Can I show you some other Biedis?
Nah.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
All right. Forza. You into gaming? You into playing on the Xbox? Forza is a game where you pretend to drive a car. And you drive it around and pixels move on the screen that are normally made of red, green and blue. And they combine those pixels to pretend to be other colours which your brain then interprets as different colours. And then you think that you're in a car. And then you give someone some money. That's not money. It's a digital transaction off a card, which is not actually from a card. The card is just the physicalisation of, it's a representative of your actual resource points.
Is this what this unicorn circuit's going to be like?
I think so, Martin.
I think it is. I think we're going to really get deep on this. Do you want to hear about Biedis again?
No.
Okay, in a second.
Forza's coming to PlayStation, and this is a big deal, Martin.
Why is it a big deal? gaming people know already, but can you tell people who aren't gaming people why it's a big deal?
No.
I can.
Okay.
Because Xbox basically stopped gatekeeping a bunch of their games. There was an announcement the other day. I only saw a little bit of info about this, so excuse me if I don't.
You
have
had an
facts
Xbox
completely
when
right.
I met you.
I got given an Xbox. Okay, go.
I'm pretty sure you had an Xbox when I met you.
No, incorrect. Do you know what actually happened?
What happened?
Around 2009, you bought a Moog synthesizer. Maybe it was 2008. We went into the city and we picked it up.
I remember that.
Around the same time, we also got Canon Mark D 5D Mark IIIs when they came out.
Correct.
And I think that's what we didn't shoot. We shot Key to the City on a 7D. No, Turbos and Temples on a 7D and HM100.
I only care about the Xbox.
I'm getting there, but my stories take a while.
Okay.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying to make them. Hey, ChatGPT, please make my story shorter.
I actually measured Martin's weenus today because
you
I went
did,
to
yeah.
tickle his elbow, and I did. And as I tickled it, look how long it is.
I do have a long weenus.
Look how long this bit is.
Yeah.
And I measured it, and just as an experiment, I put this on here, and then I put my thumb there, and it's about that
not
long.
that long.
So
You're supposed to be holding
so
the
it's
cup.
as long. It's as long. No, because I need both hands. It's as
Same.
long. It's as long as a barcode, and it's about twice the length of mine. And that freaked me out a little bit. And that's the news.
What actually happened was whenever. No, you might be onto something here. No, I got an Xbox in 2009 or something. That's the end of the story.
That was a shit story.
No, because I'm trying to remember. There'll be a photo somewhere. I'll dig it out and I'll put it up. I've got a photo of you holding your Moog synthesizer around the same time. Pretty sure that's when I get an Xbox. Basically, what happened is Microsoft said we're no longer gatekeeping games. They're not Xbox exclusive anymore. They'll be available in other places. So a lot of PlayStation people, PC people have gone like woo, and now apparently there's more games. If you're into games, that's pretty exciting. I've got to show you
Along with the Mark 8.5 Golf GTI, they're releasing a Golf R Black Edition. Check this out. It's coming soon, but they're not going to release any details yet other than it's going to have some black stuff on it. It's true, that's what they said.
Did I say what NEV is yet?
Yeah, a new electric vehicle.
New energy vehicle. That gets away. It means they can call them both battery plug-in hybrids, battery only, which are BEVs, and like petrol hybrid things which is what this new Sharky thing that's coming out is. It's like petrol and battery, and it does stuff. Can't tow enough. Anyway, I just want to show you the inside of some of
They
these
can
other
usually
vehicles.
tow pretty good. The problem is the range wants towing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
2.5
because
tons is not a car
the
trailer,
Rivian
though.
R1T or whatever that I drove
Yeah.
on Top Gear,
Yeah.
5,000 kilo towing capacity.
For like 50 Ks.
100.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, okay.
So it's like that's kind of
I
problematic.
just want to show you this. There's a few others coming out like this thing. They all got names that I can't pronounce nor remember, but that's the inside, which is kind of going for Lambo territory, isn't it? And then the outside looks
It
like
looks
that.
fine except for the daytime running light bit.
It's fine.
Wheels are too big. Martin, why are wheels on cars getting so big? Why do we need 22-inch wheels? We don't.
I don't know. That's true,
don't.
isn't it?
Yeah, particularly because as more cars come out, less of them, because of emissions, have spare tyres, wheels and kits. They're trying to make them as light as possible.
Yep.
So they're putting these massive wheels, tiny tyres, and then no spare.
Are the wheels lighter? I mean, if you've got a car with big wheels, say you drive some sort of SUV thing like Land Rover thing, whatever, why does it have such massive wheels on it? I get there's a look thing about this and the size of the
It
car.
used to be clearing brakes, but I don't think that's the case
It's not
anymore.
clearing brakes for a lot of them because, I mean, they're decent size. It might be 300mm brakes, but they've still got like this much size either side. Is it for emissions and the weight of the rotating assembly of the wheel? Is a tyre heavier?
Or is it pure aesthetics?
Is it just aesthetics? Like sometimes they do. I would argue a lot of the stuff coming out of it, some of it just looks too big.
Yes, I agree.
Just looks crazy. Lastly, electric, because that's the only news that there is now. The Tesla Model Y Juniper. Apparently, it's going to be like revolutionary, the craziest Tesla thing you've ever seen. What have they changed? More range and quicker charging. So it's revolutionary. 650 Ks of range. That's it.
Cool.
No, there was a thing. We were talking about. What was the other thing? Nissan. We were talking about Nissan. Doing a hectic warranty.
No, we're talking about Nissan. 10-year warranty. There's two interesting things about this that I think that are worth a conversation.
Interestingly,
No, you talk.
MG are doing The MG's 250,000 Ks in 10 years if you buy an MG.
Yeah, Nissan provides, I think, an extra 200,000 Ks on top of that. But I believe the caveat is that you've got to service it with Nissan.
Nissan's normally 5 years.
So MG will let you do logbook servicing with like the correct MG parts. Mitsubishi is 10 years, but I think you've got to service it with them. Nissan has gone, hey, we're going to do 10 years as well. But it's conditional on servicing with the brand. But what they are doing, and check these dates if you've got one because I don't know exactly what they are. I believe they're backdating it to January 2021. So if you bought a Nissan 2 years ago that came with 5 or 7 years warranty, whatever it is, you are now able to get the 10 years, but I believe that there are some conditions based on how your car has been serviced. You've got to hit your logbook services and things. Point is, as time goes on, there's less and less bad cars out there, and 10 years, the fact you can get a car, oh, here's the other thing. Sometimes they offer that warranty with commercial vehicles as well. Sometimes, you know, when you buy tools and they're like home use this warranty, commercial use not that warranty. If they give you 10 years and you can use those vehicles commercially, that is crazy.
I reckon this is bullshit. You know why?
No.
Do you know why I reckon it's bullshit?
I just said no.
They want to know. I reckon this is a PR stunt because they're basically saying if you serviced it with Nissan the whole time, which locks in 10 years of services and never go anywhere else, and you've got to pay dealer pricing for everything, we'll give you a longer warranty. But if you don't, it's half, because it's 10 years if you do all their warrant servicing and 5 if you don't. I don't know what the Ks are, I can't remember.
Doesn't seem
but
fair.
They're sort of doing a press release to go, yay, more warranty, this is so cool, lucky. But actually, if you've serviced anywhere else, well, you're too bad.
Yeah.
Unless you can
I
service
think there might be a fee that you can pay
to bring it back into the
think
fold.
so.
I thought we went through this recently. Where
And I
it's
thought
like,
they made it illegal
Me
to
too.
force people to have to get their car serviced at the whatever. But, you know,
It's also a manufacturer. Like if you're a really good Nissan tech and you go and start your own Nissan place and you're doing really good quality work out of your workshop and you're supporting your family and other staff and you've like built a business and then Nissan goes, no. Like half your customers could just evaporate overnight. And in a way that looks like a bit of a sinking ship thing that a company like that would do, being that we know what's going on, all those brands merging in Japan. A bit of a sinking ship thing to do to kind of be like, to all the guys who are running Nissan shops. But what Nissan is actually trying to do is trying to say, we're still going to be around in 10 years. Don't worry, we know you're all buying Toyotas and MGs and Beatties, but actually, don't stress.
oh, you reckon it's less a statement about servicing, more a statement about longevity of the brand?
I do. I think they're trying to, because people
That's
will stop
very
buying
hat,
it.
cat, mum.
Because they will start going, oh man, I'm not going to be able to like service my car anymore. I might as well go buy a Beatty Midget. That's a BYD and an MG together, which maybe you'll buy one of each. Either way, can't use. I mean, you've only got to go back 100 Unicorn episodes, and there was none of this. We had range figures about EV.
We used to have to give disclaimers and go, there's going to be some electric car news.
But we put a 10-year warranty on ourselves then 10 years ago when we started this thing to make sure it would still exist. Talk rubbish for that long.
It is, I gotta say, it's tricky when you go through, you're reading press releases, you're looking for stuff, and just all the news is electric car stuff, and it's pretty much all shit.
But arguably, it's no different to 10 years ago where it was just all boring Golf Mark 6.5s or Mark 5s and Corolla Z102s.
But even that stuff has a bit of zest.
Does it?
A bit of kookiness to it.
Does it though? That's a deeper philosophical conversation for a certain point. All I know is we're seeing more and more like renders of like, this is what it could be like and this is what's coming, and then you don't actually ever see it. It's just got a bunch of Android
I've
screens
noticed
on
though,
it.
is that renders and cars that you see at a like Tokyo Auto Show or whatever like that are starting to look more in line with the cars we actually get into production than they used to. Remember when someone would go, this is what the new Civic would look like, and you're like, what? And then you see the real one, what?
Yeah.
How's that? Whereas that Tesla thing actually looks like a Tesla.
What I found interesting was I saw Noriyaru, who's another YouTube dude. I'm actually met up with him in Japan when I was there recently, randomly at a drift event, just ran into each other. Hey bro, what's going on? He did up basically a really nice S15 and took it to Auto Salon and broke the internet. I don't know these days what that means, but basically heaps of attention for just a really nice clean S15. And I was sort of thinking to him, we were there, which was like 15 years ago. It's like S15 is like, whatever. Like they were 10-year-old cars and cool, there's S15s around. Which tells you it's like, even in Japan, it's like, it's the new Nismo Note. And everyone goes,
Yeah.
You know, but then you see an S15 and go, whoa. So there's still there. To your point, there's still something there.
How many
A bit more
S15s did
visual.
we see? Like when we went to Japan last time, like none. Like
None.
like when we first went, I remember getting on the bus from the airport and seeing cars actually street racing, Supras, Rexys, and stuff. And then the last couple of times I've been to Japan, unless you go to a specific event. I think people think they're just going to go to Tokyo, eat some ramen, and there's just going to be all sorts of modified cars
Drift
driving
cars
past
going
them.
past.
That is not the
Question,
case.
and at the same time, if you went to China right now, what would that experience be like, being that their industry is starting to boom? And you know, are you seeing dudes doing street racing?
Are they
and stuff?
drifting Japanese cars in China?
I don't know.
Like in China, is there a market for Supras, Silvias?
I know in Taiwan someone did a Levorg the same as what I did. I can't remember what happened. I think it might have happened before even. Like the STI converted Levorg. So there's definitely some of that going on. I don't know how much. The internet's so separated in that way anyway, by language. Like Google and all the rest just go, oh, you speak English in no language. Yeah, you don't even get to see it. But you can dig for that stuff, and like some of the other platforms are good for finding that. YouTube, Instagram, places like that. You can find it more. But we digress. Anyway, that's the car news. I'd love to be excited about it and tell you there's some mad, affordable, sick car that you can get that's rear-wheel drive and you can go learn to drift in it, but they already made a 86.
Until then, buy 86s, BRZs, and MX-5s. All right, let's move on to, is that even legal? This week on Is That Even
looking.
This week on Is That Even Legal, we like exploring different legal rules from around the world.
Conundrums.
Conundrums and laws. Martin, do you enjoy sleeping?
Yes.
And Martin, do you sleep or did you sleep with a teddy bear?
No.
Didn't you?
No, I had a mouse.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, called George. He was actually from St George Football Club's. Like, he was a St George Football Club mascot from like the 70s, and I ended up with it like as a hand-me-down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and when he was being shit, you just grab him by the legs and just smash him against the wall, and then he'd behave better.
All right, Martin. Do you like sleeping with a bear?
No.
No. Okay. Do you like sleeping?
Yes.
Do you like waking up?
Yeah.
Do you like taking photos?
Yeah.
Would you like to take a photo of a sleeping bear?
Yes.
That's good, because you're allowed to do that.
Right.
Would you like to take a photo of a bear that was sleeping but is no longer sleeping?
Yes.
That is illegal in Alaska.
What do you mean?
This is to do with the Instagram flogs that have been going around the world that have been throwing shit at bears to wake them up to try and get a photo of it going like that.
Really?
And so it is now illegal to wake a sleeping bear in Alaska for the purposes of taking a photo of it. Now, just over the weekend, you may have seen that a small town in Italy got absolutely swamped with floggers. And basically, someone on TikTok had gone to a particular, like a small village, and made a TikTok about the snow and gone, wow, look how good the snow is. And something that hadn't occurred to me, Martin, at the time, is that when people make something go viral on the internet, it's not going viral because other TikTokers are seeing it. What's happening, Martin? Are you fact checking my story as I'm telling you?
I wanted to find out where it was.
Okay. It appears you look like as I'm telling you the story. It looks like you're reading it.
No, tell me the story.
Time.
Tell me the story. But we were talking about whether you can wake sleeping bears, and now you're talking about TikTokers.
Yeah.
In Italy, which is not where bears are, like Alaska.
They're in Alaska, which is next door. So anyway, listen.
Okay.
So,
that makes sense.
What happened?
Because they go around in a boot.
A boot?
They go around in a boot.
So what's happening, Martin, is that when something goes viral on TikTok, and this is my conspiracy, that I have some evidence for.
But this is not conspiracy hat cat section.
Yeah.
So you need to keep it under your hat.
Okay. What happens is when something goes popular and viral, lots of small businesses, mum and dad business and tourism companies and stuff, they capitalise on it and advertise on their travel websites, come and see the thing that went viral in Johnny's video. So what actually happened is when this person made a TikTok video, it wasn't their fans looking at it and then swamping this town. Tourism companies instantly jumped on it because you can make stuff quickly. You can make a quick promo, do a thing, make a video. And on this particular day, 250 busloads of tourists turned up in response to the TikTok.
To see what?
and swamped this little village because it had appeared in a TikTok video that had good snow. Not for skiing, just for hanging out. Just, wow, look at the snow.
Is there not usually snow there or something?
I don't know, but this person only had 1 million followers. So we're in a position, I mean, it's more than we have on this channel. And by the way, the main Mighty Car Mods channel is on 3.9 million. Hitting 4 would be a nice round number.
So one person said, snow's nice. And then 250 busloads of people showed up.
But the busloads of people paid a tourism operator $50 each, which included a sandwich.
Right, to take them there.
To take them there.
And when I see your point and how quickly that can happen. Once upon a time, that would have had to go through a newspaper and a brochure, and then they turn it out for our next year's season, and then it goes out in the newspaper, the magazines, and letterbox drops, and now it's just like bing bong, and everyone's just standing there going, eh.
Yeah. And I remember kind of on that point, but on the other side of it, in a way it puts the power into the hands of creators. And I remember reading something about Lincoln Park maybe 10 years ago, and someone was like, because they always get their words twisted, and they're just like, we're just going to stop doing interviews and we're going to do print interviews. Oh. And then they started doing interviews again, and someone's like, why did you do that? Because I thought you wanted to manage it. And they said, our social media following is so big now that if they twist our words, we just put up a post and going, these guys lied in their shit.
Yeah.
And then all of their fans instantly go, cool, okay, that's not real. So it's kind of giving the power to the people. The point is with a relatively, based on the number of people in the world, a relatively small number of followers, you can cause chaos in a town. And they said to the mayor, like, what do you think of this? Are you cool with it? And then I'm very happy for people to come and visit our town. Like, you know, it seemed, I don't know what he said exactly, but he obviously didn't want to say anything bad about the tourists coming. But then also, I don't think the locals loved it very much.
It's worth thinking about it, the fact that as well, people, if they just start to use TikTok or YouTube Shorts, any of the interchangeable short form stuff, right? If they're just using that, it also potentially closes off access to the other things. If you're working from home, you're not seeing bus ads, you're not seeing ads in the railway, you're not talking to people on there, you're not getting influenced by the screens and stuff that's playing around you, you're not watching TV, plus there's no ads on Netflix or whatever anyway, so you're not really seeing that. This might be the only place you find out about stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what happened during elections and is happening during elections all around the world. It's funneling into this like really narrow thing. So I guess that makes sense. Like, you might think you're the only person that said, whoa, that's crazy. I live down the road, I'm going to go have a look. Not realising that it's like everyone is sitting inside their apartment watching TikTok, looking for something to do, who don't know what else to do because no one's told them what else to do and they don't have any other ideas. So it's like, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that.
When I was in Japan and I was in Kyoto, I saw the tourism places that would take you on like a day tour. I ended up just finding my own way around. Yeah. But they would say, come and do the tour, it's $50, we'll show you the sites. And I remember actually reading, we know all the best Instagram locations. Oh. So their selling point is like, oh, you want the photo in front of the thing, you want the photo in front of that. And it's funny because when you see ads on telly for like the Golden Temple and stuff like that, and it's like, come and visit Japan, you're like, wow, that looks amazing, and there's someone there and the wind's in their hair. When you get there, swamped with tourists, you can't get anywhere near it, and the photo is just a photo of the back of someone's head.
One of my favourite Instagram accounts is the one, I think it's called like Influencers in the Wild, and it's just, there's people filming influencers being influencers.
Oh, just getting smashed by waves and
getting
stuff?
Getting smashed by waves, like, you know, a line of people that are just on some old ruin just to get the same photo. Like, I just find that fascinating, having lived in a time that basically had no mobiles, no computers, suddenly with computers, suddenly with this, then influencers is a thing. Being an influencer before it was an influencer, not realising I had influence, but now we're influencers, even though we didn't ask for the title, nor did we come up during a time when it existed. Even YouTubers, apparently, just because we're on the internet. But yeah, anyway, I thought that why don't we do something that doesn't involve influencing anyone and go window shopping.
It's a new section where we look at cars for sale on the internet, and Marty will show you ones that he thinks are good, and I'll show you one too. It's a very, very strange episode
especially
today.
the bit we just had to cut.
And if you're still with us,
then
I appreciate it.
And he said the thing.
If you buy a hat in the next 3 days, we're going to sign it. And we've got unicorn
and
circuit
you might
t-shirts.
get a mnemonic. No, mnemonic is
I'm going to add something in there as well. Martin, you start.
While you're doing that, we're going window shopping today. So today I went on car sales, whatever it's called, and I clicked, it had a thing there that said first car. And I'm like, all right, challenge accepted, let's go first car. So the difference with this one is it didn't really have a budget. It probably just picked its own budget, but I noticed most of the stuff was in the mid-teens. Some of it was higher. Let's be honest, a lot of bland stuff. So let's just pump through this, but I want you to see what car sales thinks is a good first car. Here we go. We're starting with, boom, 2013 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 137,000 Ks. I guess it's 12 years old, 1.8 litre petrol, can't get in trouble, cool. For the same money, actually for more, is a Kia Picanto. These are kind of cool, actually, but automatic, 4-cylinder, whatever. A Ford Mondeo, everything's really white and silver, I noticed as well. Here we have a 2014 Camry, lots of Ks, big engine, cool, probably used to be an Uber car. This is the 2013 Fiat 500. A little bit of flair if you want to go a bit fancy, a bit Euro.
What do you think of that, Martin?
For some reason,
Martin,
it put this...
What do you think of that one? Someone's going to get this.
Oh, that's great. I love that. You're so good at drawing those things.
Oh, thank you, Martin.
It's like you've spent a lot of time looking at them.
I have.
This, for some reason, decided this was a good first car. This is a 2002 Mazda MX-5 SP. I like that they had to write in the actual photo SP limited model because otherwise people would be like, why does it cost so much for a 23-year-old MX-5? It's a good one. It also thinks this WRX is a good first car. A lot of these you can't actually own in New South Wales and other states because of the power to weight ratio, so I don't know. Especially manual, some autos you can, manuals you can't. This is cool as a first car. It's pretty balling. That 6-cylinder, 3.6 litre petrol. Don't know power to weight on that maybe, although I gather it'd be quite weighty. 20 grand. This, I don't even know what a Holden Cicada is. Have you seen a Holden Cicada before?
No, but I reckon it's going to dump its shell somewhere.
Would you own that?
No.
No. This I think is actually pretty sick. This is a 2016 Skoda Octavia, 2-litre petrol. It's
You can
basically
get an
a
RS
Golf.
version of those.
It's basically
like
a Golf.
Fast, I think.
For the same money, you could get a diesel Ford Mondeo.
No.
This is coming back to our Corolla conversation. Would you have that one or a Golf in 2016?
GTI or just normal Golf?
No, that's a normal Corolla, so you have to have a normal Golf.
That.
Yes, yeah. See, same, but then they flip, and in the 2020s, it starts to go the other way, I reckon. 2012 BMW 5 Series, that's probably so heavy you can't get in too much trouble, but that's a lot of car for the money. Just over 20k, and you've got, just over 10-year-old petrol turbo thing. Same again, 2014 Audi A4, same kind of thing, but also diesel. This is first car, yes or no?
Apparently, there can be real problems with those, but then people reckon they like them better than the turbo ones. It's a supercharged one, 1.6 litre supercharged.
Yep.
Yeah, people really like them and heaps of mods.
But a lot of
fairly cheap.
A lot of character though for a first car.
They do have a lot
don't
of
you reckon?
character,
Like
yeah.
compare that to what we've looked at so far. It's all just boring grey and white sedans. We're just getting into something more interesting. 2009 Jaguar X-Type. This is apparently a good first car.
Who says that?
I'm not so sure. Car sales. I just clicked first car.
Right.
And then pick the ones that were interesting, and that was not easy. 2000 Holden Statesman, 25-year-old car. You will need a mortgage just for the petrol in that one. And probably for this too. 2008 Subaru Liberty. This is what I would consider as probably a better
Not
choice, but also half the money of everything else. So they've really bottomed out in terms of money. And this is the last one that came up. I reckon that's kind of cool. Convertible 2012 Mini Roadster. That's a turbo one.
No. Look at that.
That's great.
As per the format of this show, because we have a format, I found something that's better than all of that for a first car and costs less. Did you have anything as cheap as $7,000?
Only the Liberty.
How much was that?
7,000, 6,800, something like that.
Well, you could spend exactly the same amount of money on this.
And get Ronald Bears.
So
They look like Ronald Bears.
let me tell you about this. This is a 1989 ED Civic. Now, you might be asking, what do you get for your $7,000?
Why does it have ED?
According to the seller, you get a lot of regret. It's been sitting around a bit. I recommend a full service and carb tune.
That always fixes cars that have been sitting around for a long time.
It's been unregistered. It's currently unregistered. Minor dents, scratches and rust forming under the fuel flap, but it's common. The interior has sun damage.
Sounds way better.
Comes
than
with some genuine Mugen wheels, and it's sitting on chopped springs, and all of that, Martin, is only $7,000.
Unrego?
For an unregistered, rusty,
beige,
not working, needing of some serious work Honda Civic on chopped springs. What's going on there, do you reckon?
Why ED Civic though? Like I understand an EG being worth money because there's not that many of them and they're easy to K-swap because they've got the right subframe, blah, 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 boring Honda stuff. But why an ED one? Are they rare or something? Is that cool? I don't think those ones have
Did I
good
miss
suspension
something?
and
Like
stuff.
they don't have the cred, do they?
I don't think they've got the really good suspension unless, I don't know, the name underneath is an EG.
Look at that. That's great.
Yeah, that's old, man.
Anyway.
But it doesn't mean they're going to get it. Who knows?
It's only been for sale for 10
Are we
weeks.
going to just get through this now and we're going to do some tinfoil hat cat? Just get it
Oh,
done.
have you got one?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right.
A big one.
No one's here
Blowing
anyway.
the lid off the
It's just you and me.
conspiracy. Oh, it's just
It's
you and me.
hanging
This is
anyway,
just a
so-
normal arvo. Let's talk some rubbish about Holdens. This week on Conspiracy Hat Cat, we talk about all the biggest conspiracies, the tinfoil hat cat stuff, to get you thinking, people. It's actually not supposed to make you think, not just go to the easy option. We talked about that last time. The conspiracy is that a cabal, because it's always a cabal,
What's a cabal?
it's like a koala's ball sack. It's koala and balls put together, cabal.
Are you serious?
That's what it means. I looked it up.
Okay.
A cabal of electric car manufacturers are using AI and generating fake cars to try and prey on people's precious nostalgic feelings about particular brands of cars. And then,
What does that mean?
I'll show you. And then, here you go, look, Holden Tirana, look at it.
What?
That's a Holden Tirana. That's the all new Holden Tirana that's coming.
That looks like an AI
2025. No, it doesn't. That looks like a mad,
The back of it looks like a Toyota.
Concept car.
Dude, that's not real.
well, then, like that, they purposely drop articles debunking it and saying it's not real, it's not actually happening, and then everyone gets Devo, and then what do? They go and buy an electric car. Because they're like, oh, well, I was all excited about, I was waiting on for the 2025 Honda Holden Tirana because it's going to reboot all my love, and I had one when I was a kid, and it was so sick, and I had posters on my wall, oh, but it's not actually happening, oh, I'll just go and buy some slop.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what's happening. A cabal. Koala's ball sack, that's what's going on.
Fank of the week.
That wasn't hard, was it? Is it all right?
It's all right.
Okay.
You ready?
No, go and smile because it hurt more.
No.
Oh, that's weird because I know out loud that sounded like a slap, but to me it sounded like a sub drop.
Do you know what I reckon would wake you up more though? Is if I want to try it again, but I'm going to slap that cheek, but then turn around because I want your ear.
No, don't. It'll hurt my ear. You've got to be careful slapping people you don't get their ear.
I'm not slapping your ear, dude.
No, you didn't pull my ear. Don't do that.
Dude,
do
no,
some.
no,
do
just
your
wait.
thanking.
Just wait. I will. Just wait. Can I do that ear?
No,
I'm not going to hurt you.
No,
I
I
just
don't
want
want
to
to touch my ears.
Oh, come on,
No,
man.
don't touch my ears.
Can I
Stop looking at it. Stop. Looks like the foot thing, but
no,
worse.
can I just
Stop looking at my ears?
Okay. Can I just try
Why
something?
No.
It'll help you.
You don't have help me do what?
It'll help you wake up a bit.
I'm awake.
You need more energy.
I don't need more energy ever.
No, just watch this.
What?
Okay. Just let me.
I'm not a cabal of koalas.
Just let me touch your ear.
No, you're not touching my ear.
Can you touch your own ear
Dude,
while I touch your
your
face?
toe touched my face. That
Okay.
was. I'm still
I
recovering.
got it. Can you pull your own ear while I slap your face?
No.
It'll wake you
I
up.
don't want to pull anything while you slap me. Just do the fanking.
I want to, but
Are my
I just,
ears safe?
for now. But I just wanted to try an experiment.
No. I don't want you to.
Okay.
Strangest unicorn circuit.
Can I do it quickly?
Literally ever.
Can I
and
do it
we're
real quick?
completely over time.
Can I do it real quick?
We're wasting the internet. We're going to have to set this back to
All I'm gonna
360p.
do is-
no,
no,
you
man.
don't. Just you're like a dog with a bone, man.
Fanking is
seriously.
the creative
This
art
is
of
like
recontextualizing a product's name by taking a photo down to
360p,
your
just so
crotch,
it's
and
not
it's very
the file
delightful.
size isn't so big.
I don't want you to be scared that I'm going to come and
I did a
attack your ear.
fank. I did a fank.
But I just...
Can I show you my fank? I won't enter it for fank of the week, but I really want to show you my
Okay,
fank.
can I start though, or do you want to do yours first?
No,
Are
you
you
go,
sure
go,
you
go.
need to do yours first?
No, you're good.
Mutton,
I know you want to touch my ear, but I'm not going to let you. I don't want you to touch my ear.
Just that little bit.
Don't touch my ear.
It's apparently,
fank.
if you... well done.
Thank you. You like
Good
that
job,
one?
Mutton. Well done. Mutton, apparently, if you massage
from
the
your-
top of the
from your
ear,
plums.
like this, the
Like
cartilage bit,
your plums.
and you massage it like that, it can wake you up. You massage
Was
the
that
ear.
all that trying to slap me in the face just to get that fact out?
No, because I was going to do it to
I
you.
don't want you to massage my ear or slap me.
No, I'm just trying to teach you. You can go like this and look at this wake up, and the other one you can do is that bit of the thumb.
I don't want that.
Here, I'll show you. Let
No,
me draw.
no, don't want you to draw on me.
That bit of the thumb there, if you grab
Where,
that
can I
bit...
draw where yours is?
No, I don't want... My mum taught me...
But I'll
that-
draw where it is. Is it here?
No. My mum taught me that if you draw on your hand with a texter... This makes no sense now. I haven't thought about this since I was 5 years old, but I
This
have to
is
get
funny.
that off.
This
my
is-
mum told me... Listen,
This
it's
is like
mum-
this
is
is like
mum
high
stuff.
school. You know those two idiots that sit at the back in high school in the back row and just talk shit all day?
Hey, Martin.
That would be us. And you'd all be in the high school being like, shut
Martin.
up, you kids. Like, that's what it would sound like instead of
Can I tell you?
About pressure points. You touch your ear and guess what? It doesn't hurt when I slap you in the face. What thinking, creamy plum jam?
Can I tell you what my mum
That's
said?
legit. I just realised that's exactly what the unicorn circuit is. It's the two dickheads in the back row whose education is being compromised, and worse than that, compromising your education so that we can talk rubbish. We get nowhere, and then you know what happens? You end up 30-something, 40-something, sitting here doing the exact same thing.
Apparently being a very successful YouTuber, Martin.
Allegedly.
Martin, my mum taught me that
Having
if you draw on your skin
spending
with
a lot
textures,
of time with your mate, which is actually great.
if you draw
Can
on
I
your
draw
skin
on you
with
now?
textures, no. If you draw on your skin
soaks
with
in. Does
textures,
it go
you'll
in your
get
blood?
worms. That's what mum told me.
Where do the worms come from?
And she said lobsters give you nightmares.
If you eat them?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't eat them.
Yeah, she said they
Lobsters give
give you
me nightmares and I don't even eat. I don't eat them.
and-
I look at a lobster and I get nightmares. You go to a Chinese restaurant, the lobster's sitting there going, "Don't eat me," and that gives me nightmares. And someone goes and grabs it, straight in the pot.
Oh man!
Poor little
Remember
thing.
the time
Do you eat lobster?
Remember the time I played drums on a crab's back?
Yeah, I still.
And you didn't like it?
I did not like it.
All right.
Bring me out.
Thank of the week.
So thank of the week is thick and cream plum
Martin,
jam.
do you
That was
reckon
all
there
me.
was
Thank you
something
very much.
weird?
None of yours is as good as mine.
Do you reckon something weird was in our lunch?
Why?
I know, because
You're feeling a bit weird.
no, because mine had chili in it and it had shrooms in it, and I've just. Do you feel a bit weird?
No.
Just a little bit?
No, because
You
mine
didn't
was
have the shrooms,
excellent. No, what did I have? I just had like a nice noodly thing. Yeah. I had the, but I think I had like mee goreng and he had mee goreng to have a sleep.
Me going to have a sleep. Oh, that's really good.
Can I draw a circle on you?
No, you can't.
don't want
I don't
worms.
want worms. I've already got
Doesn't
the
give
best
you
fed
worms.
worm. I
Doesn't
went to
give
the
you
doctor
worms.
for that because you know how I've been eating so much.
Yeah.
And I said,
Do I have a parasite?
no, I said, do I
had a
have the best
parasite.
fed worm in Sydney? And I did all the tests, and I didn't have a worm. I didn't. Martin got a worm. Oh no, we're not allowed to talk about the country.
No, we can.
He had a
but
big
it's not,
worm.
It's not
All
your
right,
fault.
Fanking is there.
Shouldn't really throw a whole country under the bus just because I got barley belly, even though it wasn't barley.
Martin,
Get
all
sick.
right,
Be careful.
First
people.
up,
Far out.
Dr. Trainees Ask God. No, Ask Goo. Sorry.
Ooh.
Well done.
What?
Good job. Next up. Next, Stretch Mum. Very good. Remind me to blow you.
Oh.
That's pretty clever.
Okay.
That's good. Set a timer. The Big P.
I like this.
I like that because we've had the Big D so many times.
And it's been it's been in our faces a lot, but we just haven't
We haven't had the Big
had
P.
this guy show us.
The Big P. Well done.
Did I show
Martin,
you my thank yet?
This is a dry chub, but I want to know what is going on in the background.
Meat. I reckon that's dog meat.
No, Martin, he's made a question mark.
Oh.
He's arranged the meat
To look like a question
to
mark.
look like a question mark. Why?
I don't know, but the meat doesn't look that appetising. Is it like a backstrappy thing?
Back?
You know, is it like a
strap?
like a
Strap it on.
No, do the next one.
Okay.
I like that though. Good job.
Bum chub.
Another chub. Lots of
That's
chub
pretty
today.
good. And Martin, is that a marlin?
It's a marlin. Yeah.
Your favourite freshwater marlin?
That's a marlin. Freshwater marlin is the best
Well
marlin.
done. That's nut cream, soothing mask. Good job.
Yep.
Twin pole.
Oh,
And not a copy, Martin, that's the original.
does that say Australian made? I haven't seen one of them and I want one.
Martin, I think it's one of those things where you go and then you have friends.
But do you actually share them?
No. Next up, Martin, cheesy cock. Super satisfying, apparently. All right, we're getting there, people. Next. Martin,
Oh,
spicy sausage.
Sajuk is good.
Okay.
It's good.
All right, next up.
Why is that not thank of the week?
That should be.
That's brilliant.
That's very good. That's very good. Well done. Next up, family size D.
Nice.
Good job. And that
What's the
brings
D?
us to
La creamy.
Mun, I think there's something in the food today.
Why?
Because I feel
Tripping.
no, I feel really tired but really awake at the same time.
Energised and tired at the same time?
Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank of the week, Mun. A grand letter. Good job.
Enriched with seaweed.
That is the grand letter.
What are you going to do with 233 square metres of a...
If you would like to send us your thanks, don't send them at all. Put them on the Fanking Facebook group. There's a link of that
Did
down
you see
below.
my thank?
That was a few minutes ago,
Oh,
Martin.
yeah. Cool.
We already
I
went
did
there.
a thank.
That was very good.
A double.
Martin, that is that the end of the show? Do we have a mytown or do we have a car? That is the question. We're going to run the graphics. Let's do it. Random crap car town bag is where we eat something from
Through the window.
the bag
From the
of
news.
the unicorn. And this week, Martin.
Oh, wow, look how much art you did here.
Yeah, I know. Don't show anyone. Someone's going to get that
this
one.
is so... You're good. You're a good drawer.
I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was young.
You actually could have been. This particularly these these things.
Oh, thanks, Martin.
They're really good. Where did you learn? All I can draw is a cat.
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a cartoonist. Those people that would do caricatures in the newspaper, and I even went and did a course like at the Sydney Library or Sydney Uni or something like that. And I was like, I want to be a cartoonist. What they can do that I can't do is get really detailed expressions of emotion with a simple line, and I couldn't do that. My guy's kind of happy or sad, but I couldn't do much in between. Anyway, one day. Martin, in here
A lot
this
of people
week,
with a line can show a lot of emotion.
Martin, we've got a crispy coffee crisp pop.
Oh, does it taste like coffee?
It's getting...
But you and I don't like coffee.
I'll see if it's actually got coffee in it.
You drank Colombian coffee and spat it out.
I spat it on.
But was there anything in there except just some water and some shit?
It's quite sweet in Colombia, apparently. But I just don't understand.
But it's just
ground.
it's dried up beans, ground up with some water in it, stirred up, drink it
I
with
asked
hot
them
water.
what coffee was made out of, and they laughed at me and went, "Coffee beans?" But that's not what I meant. I meant how do you consume it? It's like what is sugar? It's not sugar cane. You get sugar cane, you mulch it up, you squeeze it, you get the juice out.
You process it.
You process it. That's what I wanted to find out, and I couldn't find that out. What I will say though, Martin, is last night I've been partaking in the delightful art of frozen yogurt. And frozen yogurt is very popular at the moment in Australia. You basically go and get a thing and you go, and frozen yogurt goes in there. And then you can add a bunch of fruit and stuff.
You mean at the shops where they have the stuff laid out with spoons?
And so there's one called yoga berry, there's one called yochi berry.
Froyo?
Is it?
Oh, no, yochi berry. I don't know.
Anyway, whatever it is. And then you pay per like 100 grams.
You
or
weigh it
something.
like
I think
uni.
it's like $5 or $6.
Yeah.
And then you can go and put things on the top of it. And I was like, I want to make my own. This is what I did, Martin.
This doesn't have coffee in it. This doesn't have coffee in it. What? You want to go make your own?
Are you back?
Yeah.
So I wanted to go make my own. So I went and bought... You buy natural Greek yogurt.
Yeah. Good for your biome, but it tastes like shit.
Anyway, then what you do is, Martin, you get an ice cube tray and you spoon it out into the ice cream tray. So you freeze it as ice cubes.
But is it the one without the sugar in it that's like really like...
Yes. Yep. And then what
Do you like that
is,
flavour?
And then what you do is,
Okay.
once they're frozen, you pop them all out into your blender.
Yeah.
You add like half a cup of blueberries and some frozen things, and then a big thing of honey, and you whiz it up. And when you eat it, it tastes just like the one from the shop, costs less, and takes you 10 times as long to prepare.
And probably doesn't have quite as much shite in it.
Probably.
Speaking of that,
I don't think we're going to eat that. Oh, there's one.
but if it says it's coffee,
There you go.
oh, it smells like coffee. But if it says it's coffee, but there's nothing in
that's
here
not-
that says coffee, it says cocoa. Don't touch my ear,
I
man.
wasn't going to. I was going to
Dude, no,
rearrange
you
your
were.
hat.
Don't-
I was going to
don't
check
do
your
it.
hat.
It's got, yeah. I don't get it. I guess it's flavouring, right? You going to do it?
If it actually has coffee in it, though, no.
No. It's got all coffee and stuff. Quick fire 5 questions.
Oh, God.
Oh, no?
No, yeah.
You can turn it off.
No.
Should we turn it off? But then they'll never hear the answers to the 5 questions.
Okay, go.
In high school, where did you sit in the classroom?
Under the music room.
In class, whereabouts? Like, did you have rows of chair, like rows like this, or did they like circular or what?
My teachers let me sit outside by myself.
With drumsticks?
No, just on the grass.
Oh, really?
And I would get my work done quite quickly and then just jack off to the music room.
Did they ever have? Did you get canteen ever, or always bring your own food?
Yeah, but one time a kid called Justin, who I was friends with, went to the canteen and got a meat pie. I was veggie at that time anyway. And he got a meat pie and he came up and he was eating it. And then he pulled...
What did he pull?
Pull a rat's leg out of it
No way, actually?
Still with claws.
No.
And I didn't believe it. And I was like, oh my God, what are you going to do? And he's like, I'm going to deal with this. And he marched back to the canteen and came back. And I was like, what did you do? And he goes, they gave me another one. And
Keep going.
when he said, what are you going to do? It was replace it for another one. But it had, I don't like the idea of eating an animal's claws, like cartilage, fingernails and claws.
Yesterday,
and
I was at the shops and I walked past the butcher and I thought of you because there was a whole massive tray of pigtails.
What do you do with them?
Tails of pigs? I don't know. But I remember you saw the documentary where the pigs had the things, and it's like
I didn't see it. I made it.
I thought it was corkscrew.
The penis is a corkscrew.
Well, that's right. Then I realised afterwards because I was going to go, "Hey, man, I saw a thing. I'm not even looking at the right body part."
Okay.
Did you do schoolies? Schoolies, for anyone watching who's still here, and there's literally no one here, is at the end of year 12 you go and you go party. Did you do schoolies?
At the end of school, what happened was there was a dude had a Rexy in 1996 in year 12. Don't know how that's possible. Like yours, like the original, like Colin McRae style one.
Yeah, man.
Someone else had a VL Commodore.
Yep.
And on the last day of school, the guy in the VL Commodore did a massive burnout.
Yep.
And then went down the street. And then the guy in the Rexy followed him down. And then all the people with the shit cars who thought they could keep up chased him down the road. And I was just like, I'm sure this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
So I just waited till everyone left. And then I, like a boss, got in my Holden Chimera with my girlfriend and with my Cannibal Corpse cassette and my bass cannon up the back and my parcel shelf that had been cut to have some speakers in it, and drove home quite calmly, and everybody had a big pile up and smashed all their cars. That was the last day of school. This lolly was not good.
Oh, it was disgusting.
And then instead of going to like schoolies, I think maybe just 5 or 6 of us went and like hired a beach house or something.
Last question. If you could buy any motorbike right now today that's available, what would you get?
I'd get a BMW GS adventure bike.
Which one? Which GS?
I don't know
Big
yet.
capacity, small capacity?
No, medium. So
Like
they used to make a
800 or
650 and then they make the 1250, which I think is a bit big for, like, I've seen people making videos and they fall on the ground and then they try and pick them up and they've got to get off and do this kind of weird reverse thing on it. Martin, I'll give you 5 questions. What's the greatest... No, I'm just trying to be polite. What's the greatest thing that you've cooked in the last 7 days and what was it?
I have perfected my fried rice. When we went to Nymagee and we did the horse thing, I did it on like a portable stove. I've since went to a restaurant supply shop and got a wok that was so cheap, cheaper than any wok I've seen anywhere else online or in store. It was like $14. And it's a 14-inch, really thin one. Works great on a gas. I've got like a proper jet burner, but also on just a gas stove works really well. That has transformed my cooking. Because doing it proper, how you're supposed to.
What is a piece of technology that is, like, not like a wok burner, but what is a piece of fairly modern technology made in the last 10 years that has been most impactful on your life?
Oh, technology. That's a very, very good question. Well, the obvious ones you would just say phone or laptops, whatever, because so much stuff happens with them. But I would say learning properly how to do all networking stuff and how good and smart and amazingly excellent that has been transformative. Partly because we make videos and you have to know how to do that stuff. Well, ideally you do, particularly the amount of videos that we make, which last year was like over 100. So 2-3 videos a week sometimes. Setting all that up and learning how to do it, and I guess just becoming more versed in networking stuff and learning all that. So that technology category. Can I have a category rather than a thing? That's helpful, thank you.
What is the one question that nobody ever asks you, but if they did ask you, your honest response to that would give them a better insight as to who you are?
Oh, shit, that's a good question. Not many people, a lot of people assume because you're a car guy, you're a very particular kind of way with the rest of your life. Like if you like cars, then you must like burnouts and you must like going to drags and stuff like that. And I do like all that stuff, but there's a whole other side, particularly because we've known each other longer than car stuff. Like even though we had cool cars when we met, that was all music all day, every day, the whole time. Yeah. And then videos a bit all day, and then crossover, and then more videos, then sometimes more music and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of the time I do notice myself, partly because a lot of people know who I am. They just typecast and go, oh, he's a car guy, which I am, but I can talk to you about a lot of other things, probably too much.
Is one of your feet look different, feel different or a different size to the other foot in a noticeable way?
No, but my foot when resting, being that we're talking about feet, we're not going to show them, don't stress, no blurring. So, because I can't show it the other way, my toes do that.
Oh,
So resting is 45 degrees, which freaks people out.
okay.
Because normally your feet rest like that. That's hard for me to do, and 45 degrees is easy.
Last question. When is the last time you climbed a tree?
About 3 weeks ago, I found a tree in a nearby park that's like springy. And
yeah.
so, because you like doing pull-ups in trees, I occasionally will just go and hang on a tree and stretch, and I noticed this one was really bouncy. So I grabbed the tree and I was just doing a hang on there for the whole back thing. And then I kicked off the ground and I'm doing, and I was
That's cool.
like full springing like 1.5 meters off the ground.
Just full joy.
So fun, man. So
That's
fun.
amazing.
Yeah, go find a tree. Trees are great.
Do you shave your own beard or do you pay someone to do it?
I haven't paid anyone to cut my hair, beard, or anything else for over a decade.
Okay.
Not a single person.
Thank you very much for watching this episode. See you next time. Bye.